let's go ahead and get into today's topic, which is going to be an overview of jewelry that I've had for either the past year or the past 2 years. Hey, this is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. So today, first off, I just have to say I feel like I'm dressed like a candy striper. I don't know if you guys... When I was in high school, I volunteered at a hospital, and I remember there were a group of women that were at a retirement age, and they volunteered at the hospital, and their uniform was this. So I don't know whether that was all over the country, just that hospital, but they had these stripes on. But yeah, so that's what vibes I'm doing right now. It's hospital volunteer vibes, I guess. So I find these videos personally helpful because it helps me at least make a purchase. It helps me when I know how often someone's worn something, as well as just knowing how the everyday wear and tear is for an item, especially if I'm planning on wearing it every day. So we're going to talk about 3 pieces. One of them I don't even think I reviewed on this channel, but you likely have been seeing it from time to time, depending on the angle of my arms. Like I move like a robot type of a thing right now. Trying to flash it to you, but when we get to it, I'll talk about it. So first up is going to be this Italo ring. So I did unbox this on my channel. You can see that there. There we go. Yeah, you can see that. So this Italo ring. So quick story here is I've had this ring for a year. I've seen mixed reviews of Italo. Definitely check out my video. I am not sponsored or anything like that by Italo. And so you're getting an very complete A to Z opinion about Italo and my purchasing experience with them. So I will link that video down below so you can check that one out. Now, yes, so I actually bought 3 different rings. I returned 2. I found this one and I really liked it, so this is the one that I kept. So this one is made out of lab created sapphires. Now this is a ring that you probably are assuming, well, if it's a wedding band, then you wear it every day, and I don't. So just to give you a backstory here is I don't wear this ring every day. I would say that it gets use on the weekends when I'm running around out and about. Like if I'm going to meet up, do some shopping, or I'm going to lunch, dinner, things like that, then I do wear my ring. But on those weekends where I'm not going anywhere or I'm just going to run to the store and come right back, I don't wear my rings. And I'm one of those people that do not wear their rings in the house. I don't see the point. You can do what you want, but I just don't see the point of wearing my wedding rings around the house, nor do I see the point of wearing them just to go down the street to the store and come right back. That's just me. I've been married for almost 17 years. So I think when I was like first in the whole window, I would wear my rings everywhere, but now I don't. Anyway, so all that to say that I would say on average from a month to month basis, I probably wear my rings probably 3 times out of the month. When I am traveling, and that's for like a few hours at a time. When I am traveling out of town for work, which usually I'm gone for 4 days, then I do take my ring with me. This Italo ring has gone with me since I've purchased it. So for a whole year. Okay, so from last year, from when I got this ring, which would have been April to December of last year, we're just going to say that I did travel every week. Not every week, that's a lie. Can't get this out right, can I? I traveled once a month for almost a week. So I would say on average then, if I totaled up the amount of days that I wore my ring, including on the weekends or things like that when I was back at home and not traveling, then I probably wore this ring for a week straight. So 7 days out of a total month. Hopefully that makes sense. So is how much wear it got. So overall, I would say I am happy with the quality and how it has stood up. I will have close-ups of the ring, but when I'm looking at it here, I see like little hairline scratches, maybe like in some places, but not that many. And then when I'm looking at kind of how the silver has held up, I don't see any discoloration or anything like that. and I have not had any issues with these are lab created sapphires. I have not seen any sapphires come out. And if I shake it, because that's a trick you can do for your larger stones to see if the prongs are loose, I don't hear anything shaking or anything like that. So I haven't lost a stone, and I'm not hearing any evidence of the prongs being loose. So all that to say, I think that this has held up pretty well. This ring was like only $120 or something like that, and I have really been enjoying it. So this has been my new wedding band to go along with my other wedding band, and maybe I'll change it or maybe I'll keep this one. I don't know, but I really enjoy it, and I'm liking the quality of it as well as the wear and tear on it. So hopefully that was helpful. Next up is going to be the item that I was doing the robot arms with, which is going to be my VCA, so Van Cleef Arpels bracelet. So I've had this one for 2 years, and I got it pre-owned. I bought it from Fashion File, and it came with the box, the certificate, and that's it, I believe. Yeah, just the box and the certificate. So it is from the Frivole collection. So that is the one where the flowers, which I really like this line because I like how the flower is not flat. The petals are lifted. And so it kind of looks like the flower's a little bit in motion, from my opinion. So this one is, I think, 18 karat gold, solid gold with a little bitty diamond in the middle. And so this one I wear as an everyday bracelet. Now, as you can see, my wrist is smaller, and I have a little bit of, as you can see there, I have a little bit of room here. So because this is a little bit heavier, it tends to turn around like this. So when I'm typing, I do hear it hitting on my sit to stand desk as well as on the glass a little bit from my desk, because my desk is glass. So that is something to be aware of, especially if your wrist is a little bit smaller. But I would have trouble, if I were to remove another link, I would have trouble putting it on myself. And I don't like having jewelry on 24/7. I can't stand the feeling of water being trapped in between my skin and metal. I don't like that feeling. So having to shower in something, all of that is just not appealing to me. I do not like that, even though this is an everyday bracelet. So I'm just going to live with it being slightly a little loose. And so overall, it's so small, but there are a few little hairline scratches on the petals. It could have been because there were slight hairline scratches noted when I got the item. So they could have been from me, or they could have been from whoever owned it before me. But it's not something where you really can see it. It's not really bad. When I do notice that it is touching a hard surface, I do make note of that and I flip it around. So if that's something where if you have smaller wrists, then, and you don't plan on wearing it every day, then that is something to make note of if you do want to go with this. I really love this because I know most people get the Alhambra. This one's hardly recognizable. Not like, people notice it, but they don't know, unless you really know VCA, that this is from their line. So a lot of times when I get compliments, they're like, oh, I love your bracelet. And I say, thank you. But I feel like most people don't know that it's from VCA. So that's why I like it as well. Next up, and last up on my jewelry review, is going to be these earrings. And they are the Robert Coin Daisy. They're in gold. And they have the mother of pearl on the inside. I think this is, let me see, 18 karat gold. And I got these from Bloomingdale's last year to celebrate a milestone, milestone. I got a promotion. Were these last year? See, these years with Corvisha are running together and I don't remember. I have the receipt. Why am I trying to go off of memory? Let's check the receipt and see. Okay, yes, they were from last year. I got them in May of 2022, so it's been a year and 2 months. So I really like these earrings. I will note, I don't know whether it's just my ears or the way my ear holes are pierced or whatever it is, but I did notice that when I first started wearing these earrings, they were a lot tighter, so my ear hole would be a little sore when I would pull them out. And So I just kept wearing them, and finally they loosen up and they don't cause that soreness. And it was only in one ear hole, it wasn't in both. And the ear hole it was in is actually one that I have issues with, where if you purchase diamonds, at one point they only really had diamonds that had screwbacks, screwback posts. They've now changed that. I think that was years ago, but now you can get diamonds that don't have screwback posts. But I mentioned that because my mom had purchased me diamond earrings one time, and I could not get them in this ear, this is the one that's a little funny. I think it has something to do with the way that they pierced my ear when I was a child, at some kind of weird angle. And so this was the one that it was sore. So I think that it was just a little bit too thick for my ear hole or something. And so over time, the soreness did go away, and I don't have that issue with them now. So I'm so happy, because I was considering taking it to a jeweler and having the post replaced or having them shave it down. I didn't know what I needed to do, but I just decided to be patient, keep wearing them, and now they feel great. Now, I will say that the back posts, and I'll have a close-up of this so you can see it, but the back posts, I will say they're a little bit looser. So they, like I said, they did loosen up over time, as far as like it did stretch, or my ear hole got used to it or whatever. So they did stretch that part out, but I did notice that the back post that basically locks into place, that locking mechanism that keeps the post on the back, and then also keeps the keeps the earring from falling out of your ear. It is a little bit looser, is what I've noticed over time. And so I don't know whether that's something that's common with Robert Coin earrings or anything like that, but that is something where I do notice that it's a little bit looser. So that is something to keep in mind. I do plan on taking them to a jeweler, a local jeweler, to have them cleaned. So I will ask them about that and see, can they tighten it back up. I haven't had an issue with any of them falling out. Thank goodness that I work from home anyway, so when I'm wearing them, I'm pretty much wearing them inside the house. So I don't know if that helps, because if you've ever lost an earring, it kind of doesn't matter where you are. But at least in my house, I feel more secure, because then I can eventually find it, I feel like, or it's more likely, rather than you lost your earring at a restaurant. If you don't find that earring while you're there, you're never going to get it. So a little bit of a different kind of, little bit more comfortable, I feel like, with them being slightly loose. But it's not I'm not concerned with them falling on my ears at any stretch of the imagination. So, but I just wanted to mention that, because they are a little bit loose. And then I went down a tangent. I have no idea why. So I'm going to stop talking here. Thank you so much for watching. Check out one of these other videos before you go, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.